Anyone heard of the Hares?
No.
No? Birkin Hare, anyone?
Yes.
Anyone? No, no one.
Well,
Yes.
we are unfortunately known as murderers, grave robbers, criminals. But we are so much more than that.
Absolutely. As I said before, we are never remembered as entrepreneurs. We would have been right down that elevator in Dragon's Den. You know, our dealings put Edinburgh on the map of the cutting edge of medical research.
Ah, wait, hold on a minute. Come on.
Whoa! You're gonna shut up. I'm gonna have to shut you up.
I'm going to shut up.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can probably tell, I am an Irish man. I came over here in the early 1820s to help with the digging of the canals. After all the canals were dug, the work dried up. There was no good, hard, honest work left. Dearest.
Dearest. And I ran a lodgings house in Tanner's Close. Good clean rooms at affordable prices. Now, don't you believe everything you read about Tanner's Close? Daniel Defoe gave it a terrible review on TripAdvisor. I can assure you it was quite pleasant and almost habitable. And nowadays you can't see it because it's been torn down.
In 1823, they passed the Death Act, which is also known as the Bloody Code. Now, this was a piece of parliamentary legislation that significantly reduced the amount of crimes you could be executed for. Now, up until then, you could be executed for near enough everything. But after the Bloody Code, the only thing that you could meet the hangman's noose for was murder or treason.
And Edinburgh is leading the way in medical research. Anatomy theatres are springing up all over the city, luring in students from all over the world to learn their trade. Something's never changed, eh?
And anatomy, thank you, sir. Anatomy
Smash it.
is a big business. A big business with a big problem. They need bodies to dissect, and trying to get a hold of some fresh cadavers proves quite difficult. When execution was happening, there was a steady stream of corpses in and out, but after the Bloody Code, the whole business nearly came to a halt.
Now, I consider myself to be an excellent landlady, and my lodgers always pay their rent on time. However, in 1827, old Donald dies in his sleep, and he owes me £4. I was devastated.
My poor wife was beside herself.
Not about old Donald dying. I mean, he was horrible. No, but £4, it's a serious amount of money.
So, I came up with a cunning plan.
Your plan?
We brainstormed.
Your plan, was it, William?
Okay, we came up with a cunning plan to sell old Donald's body for scientific research. I mean, if our scientists, our medical professions, and our researchers aren't getting these corpses, then how are they supposed to save the lives? And so, me and Mr. Burke,
You and Mr. Burke, you weighted the coffins down so you knew they weren't empty, and you sold the bodies to Dr. Knox for a healthy profit. £7.05. Oh, you're a clever man, Mr. Hare.
Thank you, my dearest
Oh,
Margaret.
you're welcome.
So, after our first fruitful endeavour, we came up with a very cunning business plan. We realised that it was a fruitless endeavour to wait for people to depart this life. We need to be more aggressive in the market. If you catch my drift. I mean, how are we going to advance in the medical research without these corpses?
Exactly. Now, if a few people go missing to save the lives of millions throughout the world, it must be for the greater good. You know, a few beggars go missing, nobody misses them. A few ladies in the light night, lure them into a guest house, nobody gets a jolt. A few lives to save and train the doctors that come here, that save lives all over the world. It's actually a very good idea, don't you think? Good for mankind.
And think of the money.
Aye, the money. The money.
As the corpses pile up, so did the money. But, like all good things, it had to come to an end.
Aye, go on then. Tell them what happened next. You're going to tell them what happened after that, are you? You're going to tell them what happened after that?
What about Mr. Burke? Well, he gave himself to medical science. Don't mention him, he's a very sore subject, but we've lost a dear friend. Show some compassion.
Oh yeah, the same compassion that you showed all your victims. I think that's highly unlikely. What happened is, ladies and gentlemen, a couple of guests at the house became suspicious when a young woman mysteriously vanished. They found her body stuffed under a bed. They alerted the authorities. Mr. and Mrs. Hare were arrested, along with Burke and his mistress, McDougall. Now, you two turned King's evidence, didn't you, in exchange for immunity? Yes, you did.
Couldn't possibly answer that question.
Burke and his mistress were tried. She was acquitted for lack of evidence, but Burke, he was found guilty. I'm not saying that Burke was innocent. I'm saying that you two are just as guilty as he was.
Oh.
Burke was hung in the Grassmarket on Christmas Day in front of a crowd of 25,000 people, and for the sheer poetic justice, his body was donated to the medical school. You can still see it now at Surgeons Hall.
Listen. You know, we're very sorry about what happened to Burke.
You know, and you can't judge us. You would have done exactly the same had you been in our position. I mean, hanging, it's a horrible way to go.
He knew what he was getting himself into.
Come on now. A wee hanging's not as bad as they say. Not if you've got the neck for it. Tell you what, I don't know why you are all listening to these despicable hares anyway. Why don't we all go down to the site of the gallows in the Grassmarket? See where poor wee Burke croaked it because of you. Come on everyone, follow me.
Follow that
Let's go.
Maggie Dixon, ladies and gentlemen.